Your reaction to this, first and foremost?
Well, we think it's a very positive step forward that they're calling for these new laws. That's something that we've been calling for a number of years, not just around carbon monoxide, but around tourism accommodation in general. We believe there should be standard rules across the whole of the European Union, not just standard rules, but standard enforcement as well, because that's a big issue, is making sure that the rules are enforced.
We have standard rules for all sorts of things across Europe, you know, electrical supply and toys and the rest of it. People will be surprised there isn't this kind of legislation in place already.
Well, absolutely. I think a lot of British holidaymakers expect that there are standard rules. They're going to Greece or Spain, standard rules on things like fire safety, swimming pool safety, balcony heights. But actually, there aren't standard rules and there aren't standard ways of enforcing local rules.
OK, so where in Europe are people going on holiday where they should perhaps be aware that the local rules, the local laws, aren't quite as good as our own?
Well, I think in the UK, we particularly pride ourselves on having very robust health and safety laws. Across Europe, it's completely different. Every country has their own set of rules. And you look outside of the EU and the rest of the world, the standards can vary significantly from what we have here in the UK.
What can you at Abta realistically do? Because as we saw with Christi and Bobby there, they were travelling with a reputable Abta-registered operator in Thomas Cook.
Well, all Abta tour operators are responsible for the safety of their customers. Now, unfortunately, you cannot legislate for everything, and so there are risks that you cannot legislate for, but we are doing a lot in terms of lobbying the EU, making sure, lobbying the UK government as well, to try and push forward these new laws. And actually, we saw in November there were some first steps taken by the EU into looking at the possibility of doing this.
So you think, with your lobbying and others, Christi and Bobby's mum, that the law could change Europe-wide?
That's definitely our aim and our hope, for the law to change and for these new legislation to be brought in.
OK, Gillian, many thanks indeed.